Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, the G Suite Wizard. Thank you all for coming back. Today I'm going to talk about one of the most used Google applications, Gmail. I'm sure most of you must have heard of Gmail. Gmail is the email service application provided by Google, and it is said that more than 30 lakh emails are being sent across every second. So let's not wait any further and let's get into it. I'll show you the basics of Gmail, which you can use it on day-to-day basis. I will also show you what are the different facilities provided by Gmail along with tips and tricks I've come across. So if you need to create a Gmail account, first you would require to go to Google and then add a user, right? So you can use any email ID. You will have to click create account. If you are managing a business, it can be for a business. If it's for your personal use, you can go for my personal. Then you can input the name. I'll just input my channel name, and you will have to give a suitable username, right? Let's say I type G Suite Wizard, which I've already been using. It will show that the username has already been taken. So it will also give you a list of choices that you can take from, or you can keep trying till you hit a username that is not already in use. All right, I will just click this and I'll put a random email ID password. All right, right. So you can then use different phone number or alternate email ID for recovery purpose. It's fine if you do not have one. All right, next, and I agree. And that's it. You have created a Gmail account for yourself. All right. So let me go to the email ID and show you what are the different functionalities present in Gmail. All right, guys. Here I have my another email ID which has more than 4,000 emails in this. I just thought this would be a better choice to show you the different functionalities that are there in Gmail. So as you can see, there are a lot of emails that are unread. So if you see them in bold, this means the email is not yet read. All right. So if I just click on this, I will see the email that I've got from Nika. Okay. And when I go back, you see that it has changed from bold to a regular text. This means that this email is now read. There are different tabs, as you can see. Gmail automatically sorts them out different tabs. So if you find some email that should not be in promotions or socials and it should be in primary is where you find your most important emails, you can just, let's say I need this email ID, or let's say I need this email to be in primary. I just drag it, hold and drag, and it will be shifted to the primary tab. So once you click it, this is how you see an email. Okay. Now I will tell you about how to compose a new email ID. All right. So when I click on compose, I see a tab that gets opened here. So I'll tell you what each and every button is used for. Let's say I want to send a mail to some person, right? Let's say I have this dummy @gmail.com and subject is test mail. So if you want to send an email, Hi there, I am the wizard who is going to teach you about Gmail. All right. So this is the email that you want to send. Okay. So if you want to send a plain email with just plain text, click on send and it gets instantly sent to that person with this email ID. All right. Or you can also choose to schedule the email to be sent at a later time, right? There are already preset uh, options that is given by Gmail, or you can pick a date and time of your choice and schedule a send, and that will send it to that person on that exact time. Next, this button you see over here is used for the formatting of email. Right, this is an undo button where it will undo the changes that you've done recently, and this is the redo button where it will redo the changes. This is the font that you can use. There are around 10 fonts or 12 fonts that is given by Gmail, and you can use any of them. Okay, so you can see there is a difference between font here and here, right? So there are different type of fonts. You can use whichever is suitable for you. Then comes the size of the font. There's from small, normal, large, and huge. Okay, so normal is the preset default setting, and you can change it over here of whatever size you need. There are few more formatting options that were given. So there is bold, which we can bold. There's an underline, which will underline the text, or if that is still enabled. All right, and there's also italic option. Okay, and we then have text color. I'm just going to disable these. Then we have the text color. Okay, you can use any of them. So there's two options, one is background color and one is text color. Let's say I want to use a background color with yellow and black. The formatting done. You can also change the font color. So you can see there is feedback or suggestions being given to me. I can just click on tab and it will automatically fill that up. Next, we will see the align option where you can align your text to either the left hand side or to the middle of the email or to the end of the email. All right, and also you can number it. So after that, we have few more options for formatting. There is a remove formatting option. If I just select this line and click on this, it will go to the regular default setting. Okay, I can do undo and it goes to the previous one. Then I'm going to keep this selected to show the remaining as well. Then there's this strike through. What happens with strike through is it gets uh, striked across the line till whatever you've selected. Then we have quote, which will come with a straight line, make your email look very good and very aesthetic. Then we have tab options, which is also called indent. When I click on indent, it will give me a space before, and when I click on indentless, it will go back. And this is a type of numbering, but it will come as bulleted, right? The next comes the attachment. Whenever you want to put an attachment, you can click over attachment button and select the file from your uh, computer or laptop, and that file will be attached to this email. You can also insert a link. Let's say I want to insert a link for uh, Google, and web address would be, and when I click on OK, you see that there's a hyperlink created, and you can also see the link. You can change it or remove it. There is also in emoji functionality available for sending an email. So these are all the emojis that you normally find. Then there's a drive option where you can insert the drive files directly into your email. Then there's an insert photo, and we also have a confidential mode where I turn on confidential mode. Whomever I'm sending the email, we can set an expiration date, and after that they will not be able to see that email. And as long as they can see the email, they will not be having these options to forward or copy, print, download that email ID. You can also further increase the security by asking them to require a passcode. And the last one is insert a signature. So how do you insert a signature? You'll have to first create a signature. I will show you the later part of this video on how to create a signature. All right. So if you go to these three buttons, you will see a lot more options given by Gmail. You can click default to full screen, and this will put the email to full ratio. We have labels. I will tell you what labels are. So guys, plain text mode is where it changes the whole mail body to the default uh, settings, where it goes back to the normal size and normal font. So when I click on plain text mode, it has gone back to the uh, normal mode. When I try to give this some formatting, let's say I do this as bold, right? And you will see that this has been unchecked because you cannot put any formatting in plain text mode. Then we have print and check spelling, where print is you can print out the email if you have a printer, or you can save it to a PDF. And check spelling is it will check all the spellings of the words and intimate you if there is any wrongly uh, spelled or wrongly pronounced words. Smart compose feedback. What this does is it will personalize the content it suggests you. So as we have recently started using this email, it hasn't given us any suggestions, but as you go on using your email, start writing your emails, you will see recent suggestions that are being showed up, and you can change if you do not like the style of the suggestion or if it's factually incorrect. You can submit that suggestion, and it will take that into a feedback and give the suggestions as per your personality. All right. So now let's move on to settings. There are quick settings here. Firstly, we'll go into quick settings, then I'll tell you about the all settings. So the difference between this density is if you choose default, right? Uh, if there is any email with any attachment, the attachment will be shown over here itself. Okay. If you are choosing comfortable, then there won't be any email attachment shown. You will only be able to see the sender, the subject, and also few words in the body, right? You will not be able to see any attachment. You can see over here in the images that have been presented to you, there's an attachment over here and there's no attachments that's being shown over here. So that is the difference between default and comfortable. And lastly, when you go to compact, what happens is all the emails get compacted to a smaller size and smaller dimension, and you will see a lot more emails in the screen when compared to default and comfortable. Then we have themes. You can pick your theme. You can change the theme to your taste, let's say I go with this, right? So you can see that my background has changed. Then we have inbox type, where you can prioritize the mails that you want to see, important first or unread first. So when I click on unread first, so I will see the emails that are there on the top as unread. Whatever the emails that I have not read till now will come on the top, and everything else will come on the bottom. And I have a start first, where I will see only the start emails on the top. So you can choose it from these all options. Then there is a reading pane option given to us. So when I click on no split, it will be the default. Okay. And then there is write to the inbox, where you can see the mails, and the mail conversation will be open on the left side. When I remove this, you will see it better. So you will see the email over here, so that you can shuffle between emails way quicker. Then there's a below inbox, where whatever in email that you open, it gets opened below the emails, like this. All right. Let's go to all settings now. So you can see all basic settings till advanced settings over here. So I will not be telling you about all the settings, only the very important ones that we use. Okay, so all these are self-explanatory. The maximum page size, you know, there's a undo button also, where once you send an email, you want to cancel that email, or you think that, oh shit, I've sent the wrong email. What you can do is you can select the cancellation period to the time that you want, and you can cancel it by then. All right. So let me just show you how it works. Okay. Let's say dummy@gmail.com, and this is test one. Hi there. So when I click on send, right, there's a cancel button and an undo button. When I undo it, it will not go to the recipient. It will get stored in the draft. All right. So that is the undo option that we have, and you can select the time period for that. So coming over to the other settings, you can choose to, all right, and one more important. So I said I'll show you how to create a signature. So a signature is a tag that gets added to all the emails that you sent. So I will put this as create. Okay. So I want to say that, okay, thank you. Then if you want, if you can add your logo, or if you have any social media accounts that you want to add, you can add it over here. So this is all customizable again. You can do whatever customizations you want, right? You can add links, you can put a photograph or image, okay? And you can do all the formatting that you can do in an email, and you can also create different signatures. Then there is this vacation mode, which is also a very important feature. If you click on vacation responder as on, and a subject line, let's say out of office till Christmas. Okay, you can give a body either. So what this does is, whenever somebody sends you an email, this is used by professionals, and they're out of their office, or they're out on their leave, and they want everybody to know that they're on leave, right? So if somebody is sending them an email, they will automatically get an auto reply stating that I am out of office till 20th January, and will reply back as soon as I'm back, with the same subject line, with the same body that you've put over here. You can also choose this option for people that are in your contacts. Only they will get this vacation auto reply, and if you do not uncheck it, everybody who sends you an email will get the same reply. All right. So that is how you change the signature and vacation mode. There are other settings as well. You can change the labels. Then you have inbox. Most of these are already shown in quick settings, but you can change it over here as well. Then there is account and import. So what accounts and import does is you can one of the most important feature is you can add an email ID and send through either your primary email ID or your alternate email ID. That is one thing. Then if you want to check your mail from other accounts, you can add an email ID over here. If you want to grant access to somebody, right? Let's say somebody from your organization, you want to grant access to your email ID, you can add their account over here, right? And they will be getting a request link, and once they accept it, they will be able to access your all the emails, all the chats and everything that is there in your email ID. They can download, they can print, they can do whatever they want, unless and until you have you disable their access again. So again, you have few other additional settings like mark conversation as read if they've opened, or leave the conversation as read if they've opened, right? If the other person have opened the conversation, it will still be in unread. And filters and blocking, blocked addresses are if you want to block an spamming email or uh, a bot email, you can create or you can add those email IDs over here. And filter is you can create different types of filters, from certain person or with subject line or with words, and they get filtered. Then in forwarding, let's say you're not going to use this email ID for future, and all the emails that are coming to this email ID you want it to your new email ID, right? Then you will add a forwarding address. You'll put your new email ID over here, and whatever the emails that you're getting, it will be forwarded to your new email ID, right? And there are a few more additional settings that are there, which I do not think are very useful right now. But you can go through them, you can experiment them on yourself, and let me know if you find something very useful I've not covered in this video. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and let's meet in the next video.